What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Magne F, and we're back for the second to last tune on the lengthier edition of his 2008 album, A Dot of Black in the Blue of Your Bliss, and the tune is Too Far, Too Fast. We're obviously speaking of superlatives, and not just superlatives, but things considered to be in excess. Now, the idea of too far, too fast, it makes me think about change, right? Like, generally speaking, people can adapt to changes and they can even accept them on some level or tolerate them if they're gradual, if they happen piecemeal, bit by bit. But if changes go too far, too fast, that's when people tend to feel very disoriented. Now, sometimes, large organizations, governments, and so on will rapidly change things on purpose for that very disorienting quality. But the whole point is, generally speaking, humans like change to happen in a slower, more predictable manner rather than suddenly and dramatically. So it makes me wonder, if we're talking on an interpersonal level, whether a shift in relations between people can initially be seen as maybe a positive development, but then upon doing it, it feels too different from what came before. Perhaps it's not necessarily on that level. Perhaps it's about your own life and trying to have a fresh start or trying to adapt to a new circumstance. But if it's dramatically different than what you're used to, perhaps it's just too far, too fast. You can't acclimate, and ultimately you may have to face the consequences. So it's an interesting phrase. I feel like there's a lot of potential up in the air. We'll see what the specifics are. This is Magne F. The tune is Too Far, Too Fast, and it's from the 2008 album, A Dot of Black in the Blue of Your Bliss. That's like a vintage 80s feel. I like that double snare.
Your voice inside me, strange how much it aches, strange how long it takes. We played a different game.
I like that a lot.
We were younger, and something we could feel was something that was real. Too far, too fast, and too good to last. Too good to last for long. For long.
Wasn't thinking about that understanding of it, but yeah, burns really hot at first. Maybe not
So take a
sustainable.
day off from your life and spend it here with me. Drop your guard just one more time and then I'll set you free. Take a look inside yourself and tell me what you see. By now I thought you'd realize I'm perfect company. Too far, too fast, and too good to last. Too good to last for long. For long. Like
love Mag's music. He really has a cool sensibility when it comes to his solo music. It's often very sweet and emotional, but not without drive and inspiration. And this song, I don't think it's directly related to the lyrics in the sense that it was making me think, though, that, things, there are philosophical arguments that the finite nature of things, creative endeavors, biological existence, is such that it's more sublime and it's more special precisely because it doesn't last forever. It's this time capsule. It's this thing that can only exist for a while. And so in that context and in that endeavor, I think it's quite profound. And so yeah, the idea that maybe a relationship, it burns super hot at first, to the point where maybe there wasn't a path forward because of the way it started. So, it really couldn't last despite the fact that it was so good at the beginning. But yeah, ultimately, I do like the idea that things, perhaps are beautiful and incredible precisely because they don't last forever. So appreciating them in their context, I think becomes more profound. So again, I don't think that's directly related to the essence of the title, Too Far, Too Fast, but it felt, whether it's not, we're talking actual physicality, like actual lovemaking, it hit me as the idea that if you really get involved with someone and get, sort of entangled in ways that then you realize are problematic, but they're already, connected in that way, and it's hard to see a path forward. So that's more what it felt like, but once again, shout out to Mags for his voice, shout out to Luca for being adorable, but no, all the people who've shared music with me in the larger AHA universe, not just Mags, but also Savoy and Morton. So big shout out to all of you, big shout out to Luca, big shout out to Magna. Let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.